guys, and welcome back to my channel. I know, it's been a while. I thought I'd come back with a tutorial using all Primark Beauty products. When I did my first ever tutorial on here, when I was like BUBBLYBEX 3 back then, I used all Primark stuff because I did a Primark haul first and then I did my first tutorial using those products. So I thought it'd be really nice to come back and to use their products to see. I think I've definitely improved makeup wise in the last 4 years, but yeah, just to see, because there's a lot of new things that I've tried and to see if I like them, and some of my old favourites have come out, like this lip liner. Oh. Yeah, so if you want to see this, without further ado, stay watching. Right, let's get this show on the road. I probably forgot everything that I meant to do, but we're just going to jump right into it. See, forgot to get my stuff already. So this is all the Primark Beauty stuff that I am using. Obviously I've already told you all this in the intro, but I just wanted to show you anyway. I've had some of this stuff a while, some of it is new, so I'm hoping that they still stock it, because that's the only thing I find with Primark Beauty is you can't guarantee that they're going to get things back into stock. It's like it's really bugging me at the moment as well, that they're not having as many lip liners as they used to do. I love their lip liners like so much. It's like unreal, and it's really bugging me that when I go back now, before it used to be like a massive variety of colours and now it just seems to be like 5 or 6 shades, like the same shade. I cannot wait for lockdown to be over so I can go and browse Primark Beauty hauls. That's what I've missed the most. So anyway, we're just going to jump right into this. So like a few things I have had for a while, but like these palettes, I think these were the dupes of the Huda Beauty ones, but they still do sell these, so I know that it's okay to use. The same with the foundation, I'm pretty sure that's still, like, it's one of the newer ones, so it should be okay, and to be honest, it might still be okay. It's just that I have a smaller Primark, so that might be why. Anyway, I'm waffling, let's get on to it. So I'm going to start with my brows like I always. So this is the Skinny Brow Pencil in dark brown. This is a dupe for the equivalent by NYX, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, although I prefer this over the Brow Wiz. There's many brands that do the Skinny Brow Pencil with the little spoolie on the end. The bonus of this one is it's £2. So it's definitely worth it. My skin is breaking out so bad, and I'm 33 next month. And I'm like, why am I breaking out? I'm really hoping it's not too bright, but okay, we're just gonna roll with it. So I'm just gonna shape. I've been wanting to do this video for a while, but I've been like really lackadaisical about my filming schedule, which I will do a separate video on. Actually, that's probably all already up first. Anyway, just tilt that there. So when I did my first ever tutorial on this channel, which is going back 4 years on the 20th of this month, I did it on Primark Beauty. I thought I was the shit when I did that tutorial. When I look back, I cringe. Especially at the brows, I literally dragged the pencil in and I used a sharpened pencil. Not like one of these, although I can use them now better than I did back then anyway. But yeah, it's just crazy to see the difference. So I thought my tutorial back being Primark Beauty would be like, you know, bittersweet type thing. I have still been doing makeup. Fun fact, I hit 2,000 followers on Instagram recently. It's BUBBLYBEX Beauty if you do want to go and follow me there. I am pretty regular at the moment. I've got like into the flow of it again, which I'm hoping to get with my channel as well. No excuses. I thought, like, you'd think you'd have more time with lockdown because you're not obviously doing anything, but honestly I feel like I'm busier because I work in the care sector. It's just as busy, if not busier for us, because lots of people are self-isolating due to the family that they live with or illness or whatnot, and so it makes it busier. Right, that's it. I'm not going to touch them anymore. Whew. So then I'm going to go in with the Iconic Brow Pomade. This is in the shade Taupe. I'm hoping it's alright, because Taupe's pretty universal colour. So it should be alright. Let me just... So it just looks like that. So it should be alright. It should be like pretty neutral. I'm not going to use the brush that it came with because it's massive. I'm just going to use my brow brush. This is a Molly O'Brien MO1 brush. And it's my fave for doing the brows. So I just like to get it on the back of my hand. And then I like to like use my brush and just go down. And then slowly start to do little hairs. Like so. I'm hoping you can see. Nice and soft brow pomade actually. Right, so that's really nice that I like that. 2 concealers. One's Ultra Longwear Concealer and one is Liquid Concealer Medium Coverage. I think what I'm going to do, this one says lightweight, full coverage and hyaluronic acid. And it looks like that, just a fat tube. And then this one is, like it says, medium cover. And it's got aloe vera and vitamin E in it. I think I'm going to use this to cut under my brow and to have like as a base for my eyeshadows. Before I do that though, Primark wet wipes. I actually love these wet wipes and they smell amazing. These are called Cool as Cucumber ones, but for some reason I smell watermelon. I don't smell cucumber anyway. It might not be watermelon though, but it's whatever it is, it's like so nice. So I'm just going to clean off the brow stuff off my hand. Let me just grab... so I'm going to use a Zoeva 144 soft concealer brush. It's my favourite brush to cut under my brows. So I'm just going to put some of this concealer. It's very liquidy. I thought it was going to be a bit thicker than that with it saying... Then again, it did say it was lightweight, didn't it? So I'm just going to get some on the back of my hand. I wonder if the other one, let me just try the other one, see how the texture of this one. Yeah, this one's a bit thicker, so I think I'm going to go in with this as my eye base. Because that other one, like, I don't know if it just needs a bit of a shake up. Very, very liquidy. That might be alright under my eyes. I'm just going to mix it in with that other one, because that other one's just a slight bit thicker. So it's just going to help me cut. It's got nice coverage. It's really, really lightweight. When I say that it hardly feels like I've got any product on, I'm not lying. If you think that I'm using normally Shape Tape, this is like a cultural shot basically. That's actually a really nice concealer, very light. I'm just going to pat it out. I might have to do another layer because I have got a blemish on my brow. I made the mistake of trying to pluck a hair that wasn't ready and gouged out half my eye. I'm going to see if I use this directly on the eye, it'll give me a bit more coverage. I don't know how this is full coverage when it's so watery. Right, so it's very, very lightweight. I'm not mad at it. It's not my favourite base though. I think because I'm just used to a heavier base. I just feel like it's not covered up my discoloration. But we'll roll with it. So I have 2 palettes. I have the Berry Velvets and the Amber Passion. So this is what the Berry Velvets look like. It's very pretty. This is what the Amber Passion looks like, which is your oranges and your deep browns. One thing I will say is I wish they'd give you a deeper brown. That's the darkest matte brown they've given you. That one is a shimmer. I don't understand why they never do a decent dark brown. I'm going to go in with this shade right here. Very pigmented. Lots of kickback in the pan, but I can live with that. So we're just going to place that. Wow, look at the pigment. That's insane. Look at that. Just going to use this more orange tone. And then this is a Spectrum BL6 brush. I'm just going to fluff out that edge. No product on it. Just going to blend away the line. I'm going to take my concealer brush again and I'm just going to cut out a half cut crease. Going in with that first shade that we used, I'm just going to tap this here. Orange shade, I'm just going to pat that out. So I'm going to go in with this gold shade in the middle and that's going to go all over the cut we've just done. Ooh, she's pretty. Using the same brush, I'm going to go in with the shade next to it, which is just a bit of a deeper tone. I'm going to pat this just on this outer bit here. And then I'm going to go in with the palest shade to do my brow bone. Ooh, that's a pretty colour. Right, so I'm going to go do the other eye and then we will come back to do the face and I will do the under eye after I've done that. So I'm going to go in with liner like I did on this eye. I wish I hadn't because the felt tip that I got has kind of dried out and I'm just not that great at wings, freehanding them anyway. But we're going to just persevere and do it here. I'm not actually over keen on this felt tip liner anyway, just because the nib is so fat. I prefer a thinner one. Even though it's running out, it's going to help me map my shape, so then when I go in with the liquid one, it's a bit better. I'm going to go in with it's called the Vinyl Liner, and it says it's a waterproof one. It's got a bit of a sheen to it, so it's not a matte, and the brush is more one of those sponge ones rather than like an actual brush. It does the job. With the felt tip, I'm just going to fix that tip. Right, so I don't like the pen. Pen's going in the bin. That's pretty alright. I've not done too shabby a job, I don't think. Right, remember, like brows, they say they're sisters, not twins. My eyes are next door neighbours that don't like each other. Yeah, so it's not too bad, that. I think it's a nice look. Anyway, let's get onto the face. Let me just clean. Ready for, I'm going to use a different wet wipe. So the first thing I'm going to go in with is this. It's called Glow Iridescent Priming Elixir. And it's got serum enriched with vitamin B3 and chamomile. I got it because it's pink. So yeah, that's how fickle I am. And one thing I will say about the Primark packaging, it's something awful to get into. Right, so this is the Glow Iridescent stuff. Ooh, it's such a pretty colour. I don't know if you can see the like glow it gives. It's really pretty. It smells amazing. Doesn't really feel that nice, although then again, being prime, you probably want it to be a bit more tacky. Let's put a bit more on that side. It smells really nice, very fruity. I have got this illuminating cream, highlighter cream and illuminating base. I think I'm going to use it on the top of my cheekbones rather than underneath my foundation. But the foundation is the Matte Foundation Natural Medium Coverage Matte Finished Oil Free, and it looks like that. It's a nice thick foundation. So I'm just going to get a little bit on this flat brush just to go around my brows. Alright, so I'm just going to paint this all over my face. It's a bit too light for me, like not too bad if you look at my neck, but yeah. I don't know if I'd have got away with the shade above though, because Primark's foundation range is not the best. They do have really deep ones, but like, it's, even for all skin tones, it's like there's only like 2 for each group, I'd say. And even then you're snookered if you've got certain undertones. It's not too bad when I put it down my neck. I'm just going to go over my ears though, just because it looks alright on my camera, but then when I look at the viewfinder it's looking like I'm Casper. I feel like it's covered everything it needs to. I did use a tad too much, so I'm just going to dot it and see if I can build up another layer. So I'm just going to go in with my Real Techniques sponge. And I'll tell you what I am going to do as well. I got this purely because it looks like a dupe of the MAC's Fix Plus, you know, the fruity ones they've just brought out. So this is the Prime and Infuse Hydrating Priming Spray, and it's in watermelon. Oh, that's nice. So I'm just going to go over with my sponge and just dab dab dab, just to make sure everything is blended. I am going to go in with that thick, what's meant to be more full coverage concealer, just to see if it does anything for my under eyes. It's very, very liquidy. I don't normally use this much underneath, but it just feels like I need to. These concealers are very, very lightweight, but also they feel like they're not covering my dark circles. Or I'm just spoiled because I use such full coverage ones. Not too bad, but I won't say it with full coverage. To get their setting powder, I'm just going to quickly set under my eyes because I've got a feeling this will crease like a mofo. That's cool. It's got like the hourglass ones. I'm just going to tap it out. I'm just going to leave it under there just while I do the eyes because I want to brush it away, and if I get any fall down it'll stop that from happening. I'm just going to go in with a smudge brush from Spectrum. Actually no, I'm not. So I'm going to go in with one of their eye pencils. This is like a bronzy shade. Then I'm going to go in with that first brown and just smudge that all under my eye. And then using the little pencil brush, I'm going to go in with that orange shade and just buff those together. Then the brush that I used to soften it before, I'm just going to use that to soften this. And then brush away that bake. I don't like to leave powder that long normally under my eyes because I'm older, so I feel like it just dries my under eye out, but I didn't want to get any fall down, but not too bad actually. Going with that pale shade that I used on my brow bone, and I'm just going to place that all in my inner corner. I don't feel like it needs wetting, but if you want to, you can. And then when you place it on, it just gives it a bit more pop. That's beautiful. And then that same brush, but I've cleaned it up, I'm actually going to go in with the darkest shade in the palette. Now even though it's a shimmer, and I know it's a shimmer, I just want to sort of buff it on this outer edge. This is the Sculpt and Blend contour stick. What? I'm assuming I got it in, oh no, I got it in dark. Doesn't look very dark. So, the brush that it comes with is shockingly bad. And I thought it was going to be too warm for me, but I actually get away with it. Duo fibre brush, and I like to blend it out with that. Then meeting in with the foundation just to make sure it's not just a stark line. So I really like that Korean bronzer. I have tried it before. I do think it's really nice. So I'm going to go in with the liquid highlighter now. And then I'm just going to put a teensy weensy bit on the back of my hand. It's a really nice pink shade. And then I'm going to go in with this little spectrum brush. I'm just going to dab a bit on the brush. And I like to dab it all over my hand so that it sort of smooths it out. And then I'm just going to quickly pat just up here. And then with my sponge, just tap it out. I forgot I put that powder on, so it's not playing well with that. Oops. It's a bit more pinky than I thought it was going to be. You know, like a darker pink. Oh well. I think it'd be better as a under foundation highlight or mixed with the foundation next time. We'll make it work. I don't think it worked very well because I had the powder on. Oops. Forgot about that, didn't I? So I'm going to go in with this powder bronzer. Again, I tried this one. I actually really like this one. So I'm just going to go in with this. Just basically to set the cream powder. And it's very pigmented. So don't use too much. As you can see, it just blends in beautifully. And I'm not even using a lot. Foundation is not nice on my nose at all. So I'm going to go in with Adored blush. It just looks like that. These are really pigmented, so don't use a lot. And they're quite powdery. Very pretty though. Two highlighters. I've got Pure Glow, which is mink pink, so it's a pinky shade one, or I've got Brunch Club, which is the more champagne, which I think I am going to go in with. Blends into the skin beautifully. Right, and then I'm just going to spray half my face with that hydration spray, and then go back in with the highlight while it's still a bit damp, just to intensify that glow. Oof. So the lashes I'm going to go in with, the lashes I'm going to go in with are called hashtag Lashed Out, and they look like this. If you see those, just going to clean my lips. I had mascara. So this is, I'm thinking this is a dupe of the Benefit mascara. Let me have a look. This is called False Lash Queen. Oh no. Oh, it's got a nice brush. It's a proper brush, not a plastic one. I'm not angry at that mascara, that's good. Let's get these lashes on. Now that's a lash. Ooh, those are nice lashes. All comes together, doesn't it? I think I've got a pink. I don't think pink will go with the eye, but I've got this beautiful colour, but my lava lip liner would go beautifully with this. Right, so I'm going to go in with the lava lip liner, the one that I was talking about earlier. It is my fave. I should have sharpened it, but I didn't. Oops. It's the most amazing colour. This is Miami Peach. Oh, she's pretty. The thing is to spray myself with the hydration spray again. I love the smell of this stuff, and it's just going to make sure, because not only is it setting spray, it's got rose water, hyaluronic acid acid and aloe vera in it, so it's going to be nice to my skin as well. And I like it just to make sure that everything is blended, and I like to just tap over. But yeah, that is the finished look, a full face with Primark makeup. What do you think? What I will say is I love Primark Beauty. I can't say that it's not affordable. I have more things that are favourite than others. I really like the lip liners. I've told you that already. I really enjoy their sprays. The spray on this isn't the best in terms of like an even coverage, but you know, it's alright. I love the brow products. The eyeshadow palette was a surprise. It's very pigmented. Some of the shades at first did kind of blend away, so you just got to be aware of that, but I thought it was a very good palette for say it's £3. I've always been a fan of their lashes. Especially now they do So Sue lashes. They're £5 for a pair of foaming lashes, but they're so nice and luxurious that you don't mind paying that, but just to make you aware. And my favourite ever lash brand is called Land of Lashes, and they have a like kit that they did with Primark, and I think it was, I want to say 10 pairs of lashes for like £25. Amazing. But yeah, so this is the finished look. Let me know what you think. What is your favourite product? Have you tried anything from Primark? I'm not too angry at the foundation. It's not the nicest on my nose. I don't know if you can tell, but foundations rarely are, to be honest, so I just like roll with it now. It does need setting though. I noticed that when I was blending out my concealer here, that I had to pick a hair off my forehead, and I noticed that when I did, it moved the foundation, so I did have to go back in with the baking powder and just set everything. I would have preferred to have a compact powder, but I didn't buy one, so I just lightly went over with that setting powder and then buffed it all in, just so it can you know, set the foundation obviously. I really liked the cream bronzer stick, that was very nice. Not a fan of the concealers at all, although looking at it you don't think it's bad. When I look in the mirror I feel like I can see lots of darkness here, so if I was going to use those again I would have to colour correct my darkness. But other than that, to say that I am nearly 33, I think it's done a cracking job, whereas normally younger skin can get away with more lowbrow, I don't want to say lowbrow because that's really, younger skin's normally better with the cheaper products, not because the products are bad, but just because you don't really have any flaws to cover, whereas as you get older and you've got more lines and stuff, you start to see things that you know you need that bit extra. But I thought I did all well. The brow stuff is very good. I even liked the brow pomade. I thought that was really nice, very creamy. Yeah, so all in all I am impressed. I think this is a lot better than my first Primark Beauty tutorial. I'm sure if you scroll right to the beginning of my channel you'll find it. But yeah, that's back when I was BUBBLYBEX 3 as well, not BUBBLYBEX Beauty, so that's a thing. But yeah, I really enjoyed this, and I've really enjoyed filming again. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do give me a big thumbs up. It really helps me out. Also hit that subscribe button. I would love you forever if you could do that. And don't forget to comment and share and all that jazz, and let me know down below if there's a certain look you want to see, if there's a certain product you want me to use, and I will try to accommodate you. So I'm gonna go now. Yeah, bye. Just realised I didn't do it properly. Bye guys.